Hello, it's your boy Arch89. If you didn't fully understand what I was meaning by that last video, because you kind of got to understand this, and one of these sides I actually spirit wrote, you might... Oh. I'm going to do a whole video about this bit up here. I often do that when I'm making my Star of David. If you didn't understand what I meant in another one, and then I do my spirit counsels, guides around that in the maneuver. I will, if you want to get in touch with me about what a Heaven 6 key is, what it looks like, because I think I actually know. I do actually trial and run this stuff before I publish stuff like this. But if you want to know what I mean by other dimensional things, and I've been trying to draw the Star of David right because I knew there was a geometry behind it. This is what I mean by projecting, and I think what they mean by go through the heart. Sorry, wrong hand. So, well, the one with the tree by it. Right, so for some of us, we and I'm not saying you're wrong when you say, oh, I've met my higher self. That just means you met it all at once. You might have heard mention the Dalai Lama. I have met him before. I have written in the time books. I have met Thoth, Hermes. I usually just pick an easy job and shut on my face. I'm actually trying to get hold of this group that they call it remote viewing. I thought that's what you did, what it was called, astral projecting, when you're dead and you picked your parents. I've done, my first vessel broke, so I haunted my dad. And I said I picked your mum there. So I've got, yeah. So what I mean is, from an esoteric point of view, and I heard this from a Native American, that your ancestors' dust is but the ground we walk on, and you might have heard me mention the Dalai Lama, all 13 parts. So that's just you in this now. What if we times that to your Akashic record, and let's say they all had that many parts to themselves, and I'm going to repeat something that's Chandler said. He was channeling Metatron. Should have really remembered his name. I do follow Steve Greer's C9 stuff. I'm planning to do something this month along those lines, and then I'll publish my what at the time I thought was me channeling God. But basically, when they say you're infinite, you are. But I've got so what the channeler said, well, what Metatron said while he was being channeled, was, I am the me of the we, which is I. Now, some of you get that, some of you won't. You know, your oversoul is also you, but really, well, you're all of it. You know, it's like one of those God questions. You know, you're all of it, and that's before we've talked about the multiverse. When you talk about higher selves, the number equals infinite. So if you ever get weird dreams, it's probably another you trying to teach you a message. I just call it higher selves. Another one of these religious ones, and I probably should have done a whole video about this, was Elohim. You know, if you use religious logic, a burning bush, God. I mean, it was religiously supposed to be translated as Elohims. And if you don't believe me, read the Book of Enoch. That word is in there. And seraphims, something that Cryan mentions. Oh, I've met them. So have you, but you don't remember. You could ask to remember that sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm getting really off topic with this one. Anyway, that was supposed to be short and sweet. You know, there are infinite yous, basically. that was the wrong bit, I should have said. Anyway, see you on the other side.